Hey guys, my name is City Egg and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines, where today we are building more industrial and getting more growth in the city. Now, last episode we built a second cargo airport. I kind of made a boo-boo. We kind of realised towards the end there was no cargo trains coming in, and with the design that I built, I made one of the biggest boo-boos I could ever do in my whole entire life. I'm going to show you right now and I want to see if you can kind of spot it. Right, where's the airport? It's just over here. Here we go. Okay. So, they enter the train station on this side, obviously. Can you see the boo-boo I've made? Yeah? Now, if you can see it, then how hilarious is that? If you can't see it right now, look at what side of the road the vehicles are currently on. Now try and figure out how they get to the other side of the road to enter the train station. With this airport style road, there's no way. They can't cross the road like a normal road. Like if it was on this type of road, they would just like cut across the other lane. They can't do it on this. I've basically created a loop and they can't get to the inner loop right now, which is freaking hilarious. So what I'm going to quickly do is upgrade that and that there, which then somebody suggested, if I did that anyway, I could have made that elevated and made the train tracks kind of sunken down. But then I have the ability for trucks like that one right now to go in there, and that's why we weren't having trains coming in, because there's no possible way for them to get out of that inner loop. I'm a genius! I am a genius. And on that note, guys, thanks for watching. I'm just joking. If you do enjoy this episode of this series, want to see more Dead End, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when the next episode does come out. That is hilarious. That is one of the biggest boo-boos I've ever made in my life. But there we go. We should now be all sorted. It's still a bit funky. They've got to drive around. I mean, they can do U-turns and all that kind of jazz and whatnot, but hey-ho. There you go. There you go right now. So we'll give it some time. We might start seeing cargo trains making their way. But anyway, we were working on Crude last episode. We did some more sweet expansions. We got a small little industrial area in, which is not the biggest. It's not the best industrial area, but it's an industrial area none the least. Now, it turns out we had so many more jobs available than residents, so it's a case of I needed to expand and work on the birth rate of the city right now. Now, I can't remember where you actually see the birth rate. I always get this kind of confused right now. Population, birth rate. There we go. Births and deaths. It all works out pretty well, but we do have a very, very older population, so we need to kind of take care of the childcare within the city right now. So what we're going to do first, then, we're going to kind of slightly go through this. The childcare is here. So, hang on. Elder care is here. They live to the ripe old age of 74. The childcare, I think, do we even have any of this in the city? I don't believe we do. Right, okay, let's start in Crude. So, one building here would actually satisfy the majority of the whole of Crude right now, which is pretty good. Over in Drought, we'll add one in. I'll pull it about there. I'm not really giving any of these much thought, to be honest with you. I'll do one there in Flood. And seeing as the train line ends here, we're going to do another one there. Make sure that train doesn't overshoot and crash into the building, because that would be very unfortunate. Uxbrook, I don't know whether to do one in Uxbrook. I don't think so, but we'll get two in Tumbleweed anyway. So we'll do one just there on that side, we'll do one just over here on this side. Do you know what, I can actually get a third one in, that wouldn't be too bad. That might kind of spill out over into Uxbrook right now. We need a couple in oh, okay, we got a cemetery that's currently full. We got a couple that we could definitely do within Lost Wages right now. Be greatly appreciated. I'm killing off a load of homes to do all this as well, which is probably not the best idea. But that's a nice little spot for that one there. And we're definitely going to get one over in here. So I'll get it just there. So hopefully this does spark and improve and increase the birth rates within the city. So that'll be an ideal to just get it just on the edge. And Port Exporto, this kind of region area. I think we're going to get in Port Exporto. just opposite the school. We'll go with that. So what it's meant to do then, this Child Health Centre. The Child Health Centre is a small healthcare facility. It increases the birth rate within the building's radius and offers health services to children and teens, creating a health benefit. So it can only be a good thing, really, can't it? It can only be a good thing. Now, that one... Oh, both of these crems right now are full. I say crems, they're cemeteries, not crematoriums. We'll get those emptied right now. We'll dig the bodies back up and put them somewhere. I don't know where, but we'll put them somewhere, boys. And we'll see how the birth rate changes and how we can kind of slightly increase that. Now, what's the land value like these days? Land value. Which one are you? Which one are you? I always forget which is the icon. It's this one. It's very high in certain places. Okay. Oh, it's not that high over in Crude. And Crude's a brand new area, so I do want to increase and improve that. So maybe we should start thinking about then trying to increase some of the land value. We have no leisure facilities up here either as well. So let's see what we can do, guys. So we'll start with some of the generic stuff first, like a nice little park and whatnot. How big is this? Okay, it's not too big. I could squeeze it over here, but I could also pull it in the central area. Which is the one that kind of fits in here nicely? You. Okay, we'll face it inwards. Very good, very good, very good. It's going to kill off my path, but I get the path back in. Just slight improvements that we got to try and go through to increase the leisure. Can I connect these up? There we go, so they can enter in all different kinds of areas. So that would it would only slightly increase it with this stuff, only very, very slightly. I don't think a plaza would go down too well, but this kind of stuff would anyway, like a large tennis club. Actually, let me kind of start getting some more roads laid out within Crude right now. So, what's the land dropping down here? It's not too bad actually, so I can kind of bring this out. I say it's not too bad, and we're going uphill. Out by a 10. And then I kind of like start to slowly bend this. So I'm kind of following the land. As it does slowly fall away from us and comes slightly downhill. And we kind of want to then end it to there. And then we'll utilize this. We'll bring this a little bit further down. And then snap it back up to here. And do it like a couple of little sticky out bits. I won't do them as cul-de-sacs. Well, they are cul-de-sacs, but I won't do them like the generic cul-de-sacs. Oh, actually, I should have changed it to this road. And I think I should have maybe have also changed. That whole road there. Only this one to that kind of style. Bring that a bit further down. That a bit further down as well. And maybe just get one more pumping up just to there. Yeah, a little one just there. Just kind of going around all the edges. Nothing too crazy about that. But what I was going to suggest though is the tennis club. And if I put that here. And then fit the remainder of the residential. Kind of all around it. To bulk up that little section. We'll plant down some trees. And this area would be quite nice. Commercial. We'll do a little bit of commercial. Right, get all that in just to here. So the commercial side of it. We'll get just to there. That's fine. Staggers a bit there, but I ain't too worried about that. There's worse things that can happen. And boom, 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 boom. So that adds a little bit more leisure facilities. And at the same time, I think we're just trying to incorporate like a little bit of a basketball court. For the youths, boys. For the youths. Bring that just there. Just small little improvements for this area. Just small little improvements. A nice little skate park, maybe. I know this is more of like a beach thing. I could place it just there. Just small little improvements. And I could drop a big casino. No, I'm not going to drop a big casino. Baseball fields also a pretty good one as well for like when you're doing suburb stuff. Now, how much does the land fall away here? It does fall away quite a bit. We're quite flat over on this side, so I can definitely add something in. So if I went for... Oh, I don't want to do that road. Can you hear all the upgrades, by the way? So many ding ding dings. We'll do a 10 by 10. And we'll push this down. So this will be like my outer ring road. And we'll do a 20... No, I won't do a 20 by 20. We'll do a 15 by 15. We'll do a 10 by 10. Another 10 by 10. That becomes a 15 down. So if we do a 5... Is that a 5 by 5? And then a solid 10 by 10. And we've got, it's kind of like a little weird, awkward ring road. Let's call it wing road. That was really weird. Really weird. Oh my goodness me. So from this, we'll do the odd little kind of our own version of a makeshift cul-de-sac. Springing all the way around. Just something a little bit different. Will it fall down slightly? And the whole point of this was to build a baseball field. I don't quite know how to get a baseball field in there. Well, maybe I can get it right on the edge. Just there. And then we'll use the walkways to kind of get it all connected. So, first things first, a little bit of commercial. To here. Actually, I do commercial the whole way, and we'll kind of do the rest. And all this then will be residential. There we go. There we go. Nice. Water side of it, and we could just cover this up quickly. Nice. So, we'll do a little bit of... We'll do a walkway that goes around the edge of the baseball park. And then we'll connect in just there. We'll do the edge of this going down to here. The edge of you going down to there. And the edge of you going down to there. So there's multiple connections in multiple destinations. I could bring that to here. I know it's quite close for a crossing, but I'll do one there anyway. We've got one in the middle, which will work out pretty fine, and leave the rest. So we'll sort out the remainder of this brush right now, just to kind of fill in all the little gaps, the little nooks and crannies, and then also going down here too. So it also becomes like a little bit of a sound barrier as well, doesn't it? And fill all that in. There we go. There we go. So that will build itself up. We're up to like 95,000 in population right now after all those ding-a-linging upgrades. Very good, very good, very good. So we don't really have much demands right now. We're still completely way off in job availability. But how has that gone for us in births? So we weren't... Wow, okay. So we was at 400 births a week. We're now pushing it up to like 500 births a week. So maybe those childcare has kind of slightly helped us out. That's pretty good, isn't it? Now, are we seeing any major improvements with this now? Now we've got this kind of all set up to be able for them to do what they've got to do? Or have I still got them stuck within their loops? I might still have them stuck within their loops because you would have seen this taken care of. Because even though they can do that, there, they still can't technically cross, can they? I need some kind of a junction. Right, let me just see if that actually does it. Because I'm just realising something. So come down here, down there, there. Yeah, it kind of, I mean, it's really awkward and weird. But just roll with me. Roll with it, boys. Roll with it. Interesting. So Crude is slowly becoming more and more built up as time goes on. Those leisure facilities are all in there taking place right now, which is really good to see. Park maintenance building. See, we could. We could, boys. Where's our postal services, by the way? I always forget where the postal services take place. Is it you? Post service. Is it worth getting this in? The sorting facility in the post office. Is it worth getting posting, guys? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's worth our while. Right, so it'll be a while. Okay, a vehicle just came out of there. A vehicle's coming down. So the fact that they're using these side roads might be good for us. This might be the way to go forward. Right. Actually, you know what? How is the other airport doing these days? There's no jams, which is good to see. Nice. That was so freaking evil. Right, I'm getting too carried away right now. I'm getting way too carried away. So, the crime rate. Jails. Yeah, we're okay. We haven't really checked out that jail in a long time. But it seems to be holding up okay anyway. Nothing to stress about just there. Nothing to stress about. The water's looking pretty low, but I assume that's down to the fact that we are kind of not pumping out enough wastage water as we once was. So, I get it. I understand. What are these guys complaining about? Not enough goods to sell? Are you for real right now? But then again, there is not really much industry in terms of zonable industry around here. Maybe we need to squeeze a little bit more of that in. Or maybe Crude. Because Crude can bring ships down. So this is why we need to expand Crude a little bit more, isn't it? Right, let's get this underway. So we are pretty straight on this little section. So if I utilised here, came out by a 10, and then ran down by a 50. So a 40. You're asking for trouble when you do it this way, aren't you? You really are. So maybe I don't go too far with this. Am I asking for trouble to kind of do it like this? Maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe I want trouble. You ever thought about that, guys? I don't want trouble. Trust me, I don't want trouble. And we'll pump that down by 15. Down by there by 15. Creating a nice... I mean, we might see very, very heavy traffic in this area. But it is what it is. Now, how much do we... Okay, we're slightly in a little bit of a basin here. I don't know why I'm sunking this down by like -4. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we could technically get like an entry point from here as well, couldn't we? Like, if I came out here by 5... It's a 5 by 5 bend. Straight into there. A little bit of a 10 by 10. A little bit of a 10 by 10. It's quite a weird industrial area that we're going to be building here, isn't it? But that's set up where it's quicker to go here, down here, than to cut through here to get to this road. So it doesn't make much sense for any vehicles cutting through. But there's 3 crossroads. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know. I don't know if I like this or not, but I've got to build up some industrial areas around here no matter what. And I'm just trying to utilize the space that I got, the land, the flatness of the land that I have available. So what I can do to make it easier for us as well is, you know, the generic stuff. Like the entry areas. It's all offices basically. Now I could change this road up here so I can zone on it, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to be honest with you. Right, forget that going around to the edge. Just there. And then we'll drop down pure industrial. All down there. All down there. To there. Now it's going to need power, obviously. But I'm also thinking warehouse. I could stick a nice little warehouse, maybe just here. So it's a quick, easy route to get out. And then just store, just simply commercial goods, because that's what this area is going to be pretty much producing. Now, it does get connected by power here because of that power grid. So I might just wait for it to kind of all build up and it will just kind of generically connect as it is. Rather than zoning it all the way down. Now, it's then just a simple short drive down to here. I could add a train stop in. That will progress them down to that way in general. We'll see how busy it gets, but it's quite a big ask, that is. I mean, on one hand, we got these guys over here screaming for more commercial goods to sell. On the other hand, we've still got commercial demands. So, it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? It really is a bit of a tricky one.
I'm not sure I understand.
Listen, get away, Siri. You're not meant to be listening. You're not meant to be listening. So, vehicles are coming in very slowly into this area right now. I want to see if they're going to that. What do they do? Are they going around in a big loop? Yeah. So I wonder if I can actually make, as well as doing that turn, but make them do a little bit of a U-ey. Same for here. Oh no, you can't make him do a... Oh no, I can do it here, can't I? So I could go back on ourselves and go this way. It's very awkward. There's a lot of vehicles right now trying to do their thing. Oh, but they could have went around here and just done a U-ey there. So that will utilise that a little bit more, wouldn't it? I've built it so awkwardly. I really have. I really have, guys. Right, they're going to be screaming out for power. I will drop down. Some trees to fill the gaps. On this side, do it up here too. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll see what happens. If it starts to get a little bit too chaotic on this junction, we'll set up some symmetrical roads and stuff like that so we can allow a little bit more easy flow. But we're going to see it anyway as they slowly... Once this building's filled up, then we'll see the traffic heavily reduced at that point. But you got to wait for that building to be filled up because everyone's going to drive there from the get-go. Now we're up to 96,000 population. We're doing good. We're on our way to 100,000 right now. We are slowly on our way to 100,000. The garbage processing seems to be pretty alright as well at the moment. We're getting through all of that. They're sick from sound pollution. I'm so sorry. But we're going to pretend it's not even happening right now. Yeah. See, now I'm starting to see... Oh, there we go. Train left the area. Train officially left the area. I was about to say, now I'm starting to see more vehicles turning up. And there's more flights now being scheduled. So we've officially just seen a train leave here. Because it went in that direction. So I wonder if we can spot another one. Once we actually physically see one spawn, we know that this area is all good to go. It's a little bit backwards because of how they've got to approach the way in. But we know it's fine on the least. We know it's fine on the least. I just want to see a Spain. I just want to see it. Oh, I can't even English. I want to see a train spawn. I've combined all the words and called it the train spawn in a Spain. But there we go. Train just spawned. And it can skedaddle out of here. There we go. Works wonders, boys. We're back in action with this one. So it might, now it's all actually working, we might start then to see a little bit of demand taken away from this one. But who knows? It could just be an additional demand that we weren't quite reaching with that bottom one. We now have the capacity to kind of uphold it. So we'll see. We'll see how what goes. So you can see that traffic's died down a bit now. We've kind of bulked up that warehouse a bit more. But the connection will be kind of placed very soon with the industrial kind of slowly all growing. So it does take a little bit of time. It does take a little bit of its sweet, sweet time. But I think we're doing pretty good anyway. I think we are doing pretty good. What are these guys complaining for right now? That there's not enough raw material. So we're not importing enough by the looks of it. We're just not importing enough for these guys, which is quite a shame because the only way they can get the goods is by shipping over. So I think that not working for quite some time was really affecting a lot of the, like, you know, commercial side and industrial side, because we technically was not importing enough. We was not importing enough. So it's now down to 3 active flights. So hopefully it does work out. We're in a desert. We don't have the ability to kind of create wood. So we'll see how it goes. Ever since we've built Crude and those bridges, this road right now is like died a death. Now that they can land in Area 52, they'll go this way and cross over there. It's quite funny when you think about it. Right, is that power connected yet? Still not just yet. They're getting close. I don't want to force the connection. Right, they're definitely getting close right now with those growth coming in hot and heavy. I want to let them get in connected on their own. How's this train station doing? Quite a few. Oh, can I change now the bus route to be a bit more normal? So it would have stopped there, and then it goes around and down to there. So what if I got them to stop here, then got them to kind of cut in and stop there. It goes round into there. And then back up it comes, cuts through. Does it do a stop here? It should do a stop here. Just for, you know, the crossroads and the path just there. There is a crossroads there, right? Yeah. So that picks up the newer areas. The power is now more connected to. So we're back up to rocking and rolling again. We're pushing 97,000 population as well this time. Oh, look at the amount of vehicles now toodalooing around. We have got to sort out the garbage right now. I don't know what's stopping these guys from getting garbage connected. Is it because a garbage vehicle has to... Oh, it's because of... Oh. It's because a physical vehicle has to pass through. Well, I'm doing that for the funsies and the connections. I don't know why. It's just symmetrical. So I can utilize that to there. But that means it will pass the actual vehicles through to here. 39 active flights. That's had a big change. Now that we've fixed it all. Yikes. But now we can get a police vehicle and a garbage truck. And we've given these guys a quick, easy option to skedaddle out. It's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect. But it will do the job, right? It will do the job. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. 97,000 population, guys. We're actually growing a couple of thousand. We're doing very, very minimal zoning. But we are starting to get that commercial demand creeping back up. Now, there's lots of areas in where we can. I don't feel like we have enough commercial, unless I start to get rid of some of the low-density commercial within Las Vegas right now. So I could scrap that section there and go high density. Creating more high-rise buildings within the area. See, that's interesting, isn't it? How we can progress on that side of things. Alright, lots of vehicles are moving. That's what I like to see. Trains are leaving. All the stuffs are now happening. All the stuffs, boys. So these guys, are they now getting their goods? I'm seeing a lot of vehicles leave. How many of them are wood vehicles? There's a ship just pulled up right now, so let me see. There's a wood vehicle dropping in goods to export some of the processed and created goods right now. Oh, there we go. There's a wood vehicle. Empty wood vehicle. Probably returning. These are probably returning to facility. Not that much, to be honest with you. But then you got to think of how many are coming in driving. None at the minute. I mean, the factories still have their goods. So that's all okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got you, boys. I got you. So more trains are now leaving. Right, we fixed this. We did slightly fix it. Has that taken the edge off down here now? Where am I? There I am. In my humble opinion, no. This is still mental. 124 flights. Still ultimately mental. But it's all good. It's how we progress forward. It's how we continue the growth. Let me know what you guys think about the postal services and whether I should kind of include them in. It's something that I've always kind of avoided. I don't know why, because I felt like it's been kind of pointless. But do you reckon it's worth it? Does it change much in the city? I don't know. I don't know. In terms of births, we're still getting so many more births per week right now. So we've really added a % or two on top of the teenagers and children. With things now recently ticking along, which is really good to see. People employed versus jobs available. We have created more jobs. Don't get me wrong. We have created more jobs. But there's more and more people slowly becoming employed. So I've got to fill those jobs. There's tons available. Population is slowly growing. We've got this nice little industrial area on the go too. And we should start to see more vehicles heading down to here. Which at that point then, it's probably about thinking trains, have a couple of stops to kind of get the trains over to reduce the traffic of the vehicles. But it doesn't matter. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not the end of the world right now. But these guys are still complaining about there's not enough goods to sell. So we need. I don't think this is adequate, just shipping it over. I think we need to drop some train cargo lines. So I think we've truly got to get these two train lines here that literally go nowhere, just to the edges. We need a dominant route that tears through the area to drop these goods off. I don't know if I'll ever have one that crosses the river, because that will make all of our ships void. But we definitely need something. We'll take a look at that next episode. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I see you all soon. So